Tim Stanley, Blackout Easy, doing another segment with RV with Tim. It's Wednesday, 4/13. Supposed to go on a trip tomorrow to Maryland for the Easter weekend. And I'm washing the RV last night, and I showed you I found a nail or screw in the tire that's squeezing slowly. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the tire and show you how to do it. All right, I called, went on RV forums, saw the best way to jack it up at the axle right there at the shackle where the U-bolts come across to hold the springs in. With jack it right there, and everyone was concerned about jack slipping. So this is what I did. Come on in here if you can see that. So this part right here actually cradles the axle like that right there, the U-bolts. So give me a good point to hit, and I drilled that hole in there so it'll fit with the power jack. All right. So I was going to use a compact floor jack, but it was too heavy and all that. So this is a 2-ton jack. Those are 3,500 pound Dexter axles. This is more than adequate just to lift that end up, that tire off the ground to get it changed. So I'll show you pictures underneath where this is on the axle and lift it up when it gets under there. But I wanted to show you this cool little tool. It's called the Powerbuilt, and it's called the Billy Club. And what it does is it has multiple positions that you can use to torque off the bolts on the tire, and center possession tools, you use both. And what happens is, this is why I like it, and I keep it in the back of the truck, because I can use this for my boat trailer, RV trailer, because it has several sockets in it, so you can flip them around. There's 5 different sockets that fit different wheels. So if I have a breakdown, all I gotta do is pull this out, and I know I got the right wrench for it. So it's pretty cool, and it's in the handle, and it kind of flips over. So that's one size, that's another size, and then in this handle, it's more pieces. So it's called the Billy Club, and it's pretty cool by Powerbuilt. I think I got it at Advanced Auto, but that's pretty cool. So you have every lug wrench you need. And so we're gonna go ahead and take that off of there. I'm gonna loosen it up first, and then we're gonna, I'm gonna lift that trailer up and show you the parts I made and show you how that. This is 2x4. Fasten the shoulders on there with screws, and I put that little neat pocket right there so jack ain't stepping. And I did that because all on the forums, everybody was talking about, being concerned about the jack slipping on that area right there on that axle. So we'll go ahead and loosen it up. And you want to loosen your lugs up before you start jacking, getting up in the air, because you don't be torquing, twisting on these bolts while it's spinning in the air on that jack. So you always want to do this first. And the reason why I like this thing is so sturdy. Big grab handles. It's like a man's tool, you know what I'm saying? That you can just grab it and plenty to hold on to. So it's called Powerbuilt Billy Club. And I think I got that Advanced Auto or AutoZone somewhere. But anyway, you can go online, I'm sure. I'll put the link to somewhere you can get it at. But I really like it. Okay, I think that's all of them. Oh, yep, that's all of them. So I'm going to take that off there. Let's check. All right, so now I'm gonna go up under there. I'm gonna take my trusty dusty equipment I just kind of made, and then I'm gonna get a video and show you what it looks like underneath once I get her set up. And I'm gonna start jacking that trailer up. All right. All right, there's a picture. This is where I'm gonna lift that. Lift the trailer right there at the axle where those shackles, U-bolts come across with the spring. So I'm gonna put it right there. That's where I'm gonna do it at. These are 3,500 pound Dexter axles. I called the dealer, Keystone dealer. He told me where to do it at, and looked on several forums. So that's the best spot to do it. So I'm gonna show you what the operation looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like actually underneath the trailer. You see how I have the block I made kind of straddling the axle right there, the U-bolts that's holding the spring leaves on top of that axle. So that's the safest place to mount it. And that block I made has shoulders on it, so the blocks don't want to slip, and also gives me a nice solid point to hit. All right, and you see I have the wheel chock on that side. And then I have my wheels chopped on that side. So everything, we underneath that trailer, safety first. Just make sure you do everything properly compartment. I have the truck in park and the emergency brake on, and the front wheel Chock right there. Okay, so that's the setup. I have the block I made, and also I didn't show you, but I actually routed out that bottom block so the jack actually fits down into a groove, so it won't shift or twist anything. So I'll show you that later, but that's pretty slick. But anyway, I do things a little over the top, but that's the setup right now over that block. Give me a nice point to hit. The tire off the ground, let's take these lugs off, and that thing worked out pretty slick. So once I take the tire off, you're better able to see what it looks like as far as the jack system. And the beauty about it is I still have three tires on the ground. So that makes it a whole lot better when that happens, right? All right, so here's the tire, and there's the nail, there's a screw. That's what caused it solely. And the thing about it, I showed you in the video when I picked the RV up for spring service, how one tire was flatter than low, and I told you I'd rather have all four low than one low, because that could mean a problem. So I should have checked it then. I guess it was late, wasn't thinking, but went to Georgia. Right after I picked it up, went to Atlanta, took the trailer, and I'm just so glad it didn't have a blowout, because what happens is when these tires blow out, it can rip the tire comes apart, it can rip out all your undercarriage, and it's thousands of dollars worth of damage. I know you heard horror stories about that, so I'm very fortunate. So when I went to wash it last night, I saw the tire low again. It's been sitting for about 3 weeks, and I looked at it and they go to nail. So I'm glad, because I'm supposed to head to Maryland tomorrow if I can get this tire replaced, and we'll get it done. Come on in here. Let's look at that setup right there. All right, so you see the jack right here on the axle, supported right here. And if you come around the other side, you see the block. You see the block I have right there, holding that up, and it's giving you a good straddling point. Its load is distributed around that axle using that block, and get you a good point to hit. So beautiful. I'm gonna head to the tire shop. Hopefully I can get a new tire on that room. You say, hey Tim, why didn't you just take the RV to the tire shop? Because the 2 tire shops I know does trailers, they really busy. One didn't have room to fit my RV in, and the other was really tight. I took the other RV there one time. It's really tight getting there, and they can do it quicker if I bring in the tire, and I can be in and out. So that's why I did it myself. And plus, what I wanted to do, I wanted to change the tire on this RV. I never did it on this one. I wanted to change it so I get the experience with it, so I won't be out on the road trying to learn how to do it. So now I got a solution to do it, and ready to roll. So Tim Stanley, see you in a few minutes. Got new tire mounted. With it having a nail and being screwed it close to the edge, I mean, always just go with a new tire. Tire was on like $109, so just go with a new tire. It's totally worth it. Now, so this tire is low range D, so it's an 8-ply tire. Now, this was on here before, so make sure you put the same low range tire on it. That's what the trailer manufacturer specifies. So if it's got an 8-ply, don't go cheap with a 6-ply, because it's not going to rate it for your trailer. They know the weight capacity. Make sure you buy a same low-range tire. Now, some people buy higher, like a 10, 12-ply. To me, that's a waste of money. The RV manufacturers specify the tires for, the build of it and the gross volume weight and all that. So to me, it's just a waste of money. But always replace it with the same tire as far as low range. Awesome. Next thing we're going to talk about is the born-on date. All right. Each tire has in this little circle right here, oval, has a born-on date. You see, that's 33/21. That means in the 33rd week of 21. So that means like August, mid-August is when they produce this tire. August of 21. You want to make sure that date code is relatively new, because you don't want an old tire that's been sitting around. And tires, some people say 5 years, some people say 6 years. We're supposed to replace the tires. So make sure you get the proper load range, and make sure the date code is adequate. Also, make sure you get the tire balance. So I had a spin balance that costs a little extra, but make sure you get the balance, because it's less vibration, better tire wear and all that stuff. So make sure you get the balance. All right, we'll spin around. Now let's talk about radial tires versus bias. Now this is a radial tire. This is what came on the RV. Now, radial tires have a rounded kind of surface area where a bias tires are more square. Bias tires, the plies go this way. Radial tires, it goes across. With a radial tire, it costs more. It gives you a smoother ride, gives you better control, better sway control. So always on my last trailer, I had bias tires and I switched to radials. Yeah, all 4 tires switched to radials. Give you a smoother ride, less rolling resistance, less noise, and less sway. So always opt for a radial tire, okay? So I think that covers the basis. Same tire size. It's not the same tire manufacturer. This is a Freedom Hauler, and these are Road Trail Kings. But anyway, same size tire, same width, all that damage, so it really shouldn't matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on. So you see the setup, everything's held up well. I've been gone for about 2 hours. Everything's held up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on. And so remember, hope you learned something today. As always, when a new video drop, if you're a subscriber, you'll get a notification that a new video is available. I'm dropping new stuff all the time. So go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit that link to subscribe. And also leave comments. Say, hey, Tim, maybe you should do this or try this, or hey, that was a great idea, or that was a dumb idea. Let me know. Let me know what I'm doing and what you want to see, and I'll try to do that. But I kind of do a whole bunch of different stuff all the time. So. So they all snug. So now I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do is, I'm going, I would say drop the trailer, but that's never a good term. I'm gonna go ahead and load the trailer off the jack. Look at that, it's pretty slick setup. And that kind of pops off. And then look at that, I wanna show you where I know I did a lot with that. I kind of traced it out so the jack kind of fits in there and won't move. I know that's a little bit much, but hey, it worked, right? It was successful. So is it too much if it works out great? So now we got the tire on there. It's on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and torque it up. And always go to the opposite nuts. Go to that one, but drop down. I'm gonna go with my torque wrench, torque it down to specifications set by Keystone. All right, we done. So we got a tire change, and it's good that it happened in the parking lot because, you know, no traffic, no stress. And I learned I got a new system for jacking it up. I know what to do. Yeah. So look how small that 2-ton jack is. Look how light it is. So just to go in my little kit and my little plate. So this to go in my kit. I have it underneath the seat. I'll get a little bag for it, but you know, just a little old jack, that's all you need, right? 2-ton, 4.5, and so RV with Tim, Blackout Easy RV with Tim out, and let me know, make sure you subscribe if you like this video, give me some comments, let me know what you think or what I can do to improve the videos, or you want to see something different. But hey, tire change, we got a brand new tire on there, ready for our trip tomorrow. I feel a whole lot better, and ready to rock. RV with Tim out. See you outside.